Right now I work mostly with t-shirts as my raw materials, and I do that because I really want to use something that needs to be recycled, sort of something that people don't value as it is, but I get my hands on it and turn it into something that people really do think is special. I spend a lot of time in thrift stores. That's part of it's part of my creative process, really, and it's just one of the materials that I see is abundant and needs to be used. People have a lot of familiarity with them, so there's an instant connection with it as a fabric, and it's actually really flattering in a lot of different uses. I'm Elisabeth Delehaunty. I live in Paonia, Colorado, and I make clothing from recycled fabrics. I've sewn since I was a kid. I always give my mom credit because she sewed a lot when I was little, and so there was always a sewing machine around and fabric and someone to troubleshoot. As I got into junior high and high school, I started getting interested in clothes and fashion, and so having access to a sewing machine at home and someone to troubleshoot kind of brought those two things together, so I could start making things that I wanted to wear that I couldn't find otherwise, or buying something at a thrift store and bringing it home and remaking it or using the fabric. And I think that's kind of how the fabric became sort of the more interesting medium to work with. I create clothes. I use just about entirely recycled fabrics. It's been an evolution. I started off using a lot of vintage fabrics and unique fabrics and loved the hunt for those and the specialness of them. But the longer I've been at this, I really want to use a raw material that needs to be used. For me, designing clothes is about making stuff. I like the hands-on, starting with whatever I want to make, just keep making versions of it till it's where I want it to be. And so that's very hands-on. It's cutting, it's sewing, it's ripping it out, it's tweaking something here. But it's the hands-on. It's not about my sketches, but it often starts with that. But it's about being able to be making something with my hands even when it's in the design phase. When people wear my clothes, I want them, even though I take them very seriously, I don't want them to take the clothes too seriously. I want them to appreciate the sense of fun in them, sense of humor even. Even though I've been doing this for years, working with recycled fabrics, with t-shirts, and it seems like second nature, a lot of times for my customers, they're experiencing it for the first time, and I love seeing that revelation and that discovery of, how you can reuse something like fabric. I love being able to make something with my hands, and I love that I have been able to make a living at it by what I produce with my hands. I love that.
This episode of Beyond the Gallery is made possible by Colorado Creative Industries, the Betcher Foundation, and the National Endowment for the Arts.